let's go ahead and jump right into it. So what's going to BreakyCPK, guys? What is April 7th, 2017 here? And we got some things to talk about with the Dota 2 scene. Let's pull on over to our let's go on over to our monitor capture right here. There we go. There we go. All right, so a couple of events going on. First one I wanted to bring up here is the Summit qualifiers. That's right. The Summit 7 qualifiers have officially begun. I don't know. Okay, so the dates have been announced, it looks like, for the Summit 7. I wasn't, I guess this must have happened very recently. I can't say I remember seeing the announcement happening. Dota Summit's coming soon. Okay, a couple of days ago, looks like. So there we go. So a couple of days ago, Dota Summit number 7 officially announced. June 14th to the 18th. Looks like are the dates, and here's the full-on information that we're looking at right here. So even more to look over than I initially expected. We got all the regions, of course, going at it. It looks like it was set up to be $100,000 prize pool, that is, currently. So, yeah, teams competing for a $100,000 prize pool. Should be a lot of fun. Should be a lot of fun. Anyways, the Southeast Asian qualifiers have kicked off today. Obviously, you have all the teams as expected. I'm kind of now glancing through all these qualifiers right here and just noticing, seeing if I notice any standouts in terms of maybe teams not being here or whatnot. I like the European qualifier. The Greeks. A.K.a. now known as Mouse Esports. We'll get to that in just a second. Yeah, it looks like all the expected teams are going to be at said event. Other than, I'm looking at the European qualifiers. No Virtus Pro, actually. No Virtus Pro in this one. I'm actually a little curious about that. They got Na'Vi, they got Empire. No Virtus Pro, so I'm wondering if that's a Virtus Pro decision or if they didn't feel like they were worthy or something. That's interesting. So that's one thing I'm noticing. American qualifiers, not too surprising right there. Yeah, Team NP, though, a couple of changes. Again, we'll talk about that. No Digital Chaos or Evil Geniuses, however. So that also is another thing that maybe is a little bit standout. I assume, are there going to be any invite teams to the event? Yeah, there's going to be there's going to be 4 invite teams. So Virtus Pro and EG and DC, these teams that we're talking about, very possibly going to just be invited instead. So that's a good point. Yeah, that's right. That's even being brought up in chat. So I'm kind of like looking this over with you guys. So I'm kind of like getting I'm absorbing what's going on right here. All right, so yeah, Virtus Pro probably going to be invited. That makes more sense. And then again, those other teams right there. So haven't announced it yet, but anyways, it's good to have the announcement here of the Dota Summit kicking off the Southeast Asian qualifiers, officially kicking off earlier today. You got 8 teams from Southeast Asia. Of course, the 8 expected teams. I'm looking at the list. Nothing really standing out in terms of no one not being here. I believe they have all the teams as expected. We got some results so far, kind of shaping up, including the new Fnatic squad going at it with Miracle, Kyo, Ohio, DJ, and Febby. They lost their first match. It looks like 2-0 against TNC. Obviously, TNC a very good team. Can't be too surprised about that one. Man, this group is brutal, by the way. I'm just now glancing at this. Holy crap, including Mineski going to get the chance to go up against Fnatic in a match that, is it happening right now? It's happening tomorrow. Okay, that'll be a match tomorrow. And that's going to be interesting because obviously you got Mushi now on Mineski, and then you got him going with his former team in Ohio and just his former squad in Fnatic right there. So that'll be kind of a fun one. But these 4 teams, man. I could see any 2 of these teams, honestly, making it on. This is a really tough group here for Southeast Asia. So Southeast Asia, Dota 2, seems like it's really stepping up quite a bit as far as having good competition. Anyways, so you got Group B there. You got the results so far. Probably expected, but still it's going to be fun to see how that shapes up. On the other side, not so expected. Look at this. Faceless losing 2-0 to Happy Feet. What? How did they lose 2-0 to Happy Feet? What? In a 24-20-minute game. Did they have their full roster? Faceless was running with their full roster as well. That is amazing. Okay. That's a little shocking of a result right there. Happy Feet, I know they're kind of one of these mid-tier Southeast Asian teams. I don't think they've done too much, though. Well, that's quite a statement made by them, so we'll see if that stands or not. Looks like this is a GSL format, by the way, so it's kind of a mini bracket for these groups. And then the losers, playing each other. In this case, Geek Fam and Faceless. Winners playing each other, and then, so on. Now, the top 2 teams from each group advance onto a playoff stage, and then they play in a double elimination. So, going to keep an eye on this one. As far as the other qualifiers, I don't know if information has been announced just yet as far as when they're going to take place. Okay, it looks like China might be in May. European's going to be in May as well. American qualifiers all in May. So all of them are going to be in May. For some reason, I guess Southeast Asia had to go a little bit earlier right here. So got still about a month here before the other qualifier is going to be taking place. But that should be fun to see how that continues to progress right there. Excuse me, the DPL Top League, also always fun to kind of keep an eye on how see how this is going. We're in week number 3, our final week now, and you see some results taking place and moving further on. Again, the top 6 teams move on to the playoff stage. The others are eliminated, and they're playing for a $72,000 prize pool. This is essentially like a regular season format over there in China Dota. And right now you got BreakyCPK continuing to be on top. We mentioned it last time, a couple of standouts. Wings Gaming, yeah, they continue to struggle. They're 1-6-0 and on the verge of being eliminated here in this quote-unquote regular season. IG Vitality, another team that maybe a little surprised to see them where they are. The top 6, though, I can't say it's surprising to see any of those teams up there at the same time. Again, this just really shows you how just strong the Chinese Dota 2 scene is, especially when it comes to just all across the board. So looks like they got a couple of more days here. On the 13th will be the final day, so next week even. And like I said, they go into a 6-team playoff. The first and second seed will have a bye, and a straight-up single elimination right there. So there we go. That's the DPL Top League. The Pro Dota Cup Europe has commenced as well. We got some results kicking off. Teams like Pro Dota moving on. Of course, their new squad, actually, formerly known as NLG, New Logic Gaming, I believe. So fun to see those results right there. Nothing too fantastic just yet, but another event that's currently going on. And then, of course, we have the Southeast Asian Kappa Invitational. So another Southeast Asian event. You might have thought these were the qualifiers. No. Happens to be another event, similar format, I guess. This is 5 teams in each group. And the top 2 advancing onto the playoffs, similar as that one. This is a $20,000 prize pool, though. So, yeah, this is actually pretty legit money here for such a simple event here for these teams. But right now, Warriors Gaming Unity and Happy Feet leading the way in Group B, and it looks like they are going to be moving on. So Happy Feet, this is a team maybe we got to start paying attention to, apparently. In Group A, we got High Ground and Mineski as the top 2 teams right now. Looks like that very likely could be the case. Who's on High Ground? The open qualifier teams can't say I recognize any of those names. So High Ground, maybe an up-and-coming Southeast Asian team. Hey, have a chance to prove themselves here in this event at a $20,000 prize pool. So that's an update there on that event. And then that's it for events. Tournament's currently going on. A couple of important news came out really this last day here. First one being the announcement by Rose, aka 1437, that him and SVG were actually removed from the team post-DAC that happened. Surprising to a lot of people, and including myself. This was not something I was expecting to see. NP seemed like one of those teams that was just going to be together for a while, right? They seemed like a team that was going to be together, especially going into the international, at least competing for the qualifiers. But not the case. Rose officially announcing that they were removed. It talks about, it wasn't necessarily the most agreeing going on. It was caught up a little off guard by it. But in the end, he at least is going to look to move on. Doesn't know where he's going to end up. But 1437 did talk about how he also wants to do more content now that he has maybe a little bit more time, such as draft analysis and whatnot. And that's actually a pretty cool idea, obviously. Maybe get such an intelligent mind in the Dota scene willing to do content like that. Definitely going to be good for everyone. So that announcement was made. So it's going to be interesting to see how NP or who NP looks to pick up here with SVG and 1437 no longer being part of the team. A move that also happened fairly recently, I don't think I talked about it on the last one, but 747 was officially released from Complexity. I want to say earlier this week, if not last week, around that time frame. Basically, though, I guess there was some occurrence where he was caught stream sniping. I'm not exactly sure the details. Simply put, they removed him from the team, and they actually picked up Tomato. Tomato is a player formerly of Freedom, now on Complexity, of course. It is an up-and-coming prodigy player, apparently. He's apparently a very young player from South America, and I've got the chance to actually cast and watch a couple of his games. This guy's good. This guy's good. He reminds me a lot of Cancel in a lot of ways in a sense of his play style. So I'm kind of curious to see how he works out for Complexity. But it's in the sense that he's going to have his really good days, but he's also going to maybe have his off days. His experience obviously is very limited right now. But he now has a chance with the likes of Complexity to see how he does. So, and then to finish it off, we have Mouse actually. Wait, that wasn't fake news, was it? Like, that actually happened, right? Or am I making that up? Wait, is that really a troll? That's why I don't see it. Oh, the son of a bitch! No, you're right. Wow. You know what? That got me. That was quite the troll then. You know, I didn't really look too much into it, but I mean, I saw an announcement on it, and I figured that it was official. Oh, that's hilarious. That's hilarious. So much for that. I don't know. It kind of made sense to, like, it didn't make sense to me because of how quickly it seemed to happen, and it seemed like 747 was actually doing a great job of playing for the team. And I didn't really get the whole stream sniping thing, but honestly, I just thought it was a convenient excuse that they were making to get rid of him and pick up Tomato. So I thought, I really believe that was the case. Oh, man. Maybe I should have looked a little more into that. So, okay, so apparently that's not actually the case. Not a thing. Don't worry about it. I trolled you guys. Haha, got you. April Fools. All right, so he's still part of the team. All right, you know, I'm kind of overall happy to hear that because, yeah, it seemed like he was fitting in pretty well. Anyways, back to another roster change that happened. Mouse Sports officially announcing today that they are the team picking up, or organization picking up, the Greek boys, that is. Formerly known as Adphenum, of course. Alexa, Madar, MNT, Skylark, Spartan, and Thug. All joining Mouse Sports here. Mouse Sports, I guess, not Mouse Esports. Mouse Sports is an organization. They've been around for a long time in multiple different esports, including Dota 2, actually. And I know they have a notorious history for picking up a team for TI and then disbanding after. So people are kind of suggesting that's going to be the case here. That'll be interesting to see how that plays out. But anyway, it's going to be fun to see the boys joining an organization like Mouse Sports, a pretty respected organization at that. So good for them. But I believe that that does it though. For the daily recap. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Once again, what was April 7th, 2017. Again, I'm BreakyCPK. And be sure to tune into my YouTube channel where I upload the daily recaps, as well as my Twitch streams, where every now and then I'll kick off the stream with a daily recap, as long as there's enough news that makes sense to do it. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this. I'll see you guys next time.